what my transfer process was like. To start off, I originally decided that I wanted to transfer back in, I think, November of 2024. When my mom pitched the idea to me about transferring, I initially took it as a joke. I was like, I'm not going to transfer. I'm going to stick out my whole 4 years because I just don't really believe in transferring. But the more I sat on the idea, the more it sort of made sense. I applied to Boston University. I applied to University of Southern California. I applied to Fordham at Lincoln Center, and I applied to NYU. USC was my number one and my reach school. I threw Fordham in there for a little bit of a safety school, and then I also threw NYU in there as an insane reach. Like, I didn't even apply to NYU my senior year. I had to, of course, fill out all my applications on the Common App, and when I did, it was your standard essay, short responses, random questions, stuff like that. After I finished my NYU application, I got an email in, I think, early March to choose an audition date. My audition date was April 10th, and it was actually pretty easy. And when I say easy, I mean straightforward. I logged onto the Zoom, and there were about 20 other kids around my age on the Zoom as well. They gave us a quick introductory section, and then we were placed into breakout rooms, and then throughout a few hours, someone would come in and hold our audition. I was on the Zoom for about 45 minutes before the guy came on and started my audition. He asked me a few questions before starting the audition, like, where are you from? Why do you do theater? How long have you been doing it? Some fun facts about yourself. And then I did a comedic monologue and a dramatic monologue. And then 18 days later, on August 28th, I got accepted into NYU Tisch in Bloomingdale's. My advice to anyone that is thinking about transferring, I'd say just send in the applications. You never know if you're going to end up loving your university or hating it at the end of the year, and it's always good to have some options. I originally wasn't going to transfer from Alabama until I got into NYU. For me, transferring was a safety net. In April, I could have decided, I like Alabama, I want to stay. But the thing is, if I didn't apply, I can't go back in time and reapply because you can always say no after they've accepted you. And to anyone that's scared about going to college and worried that they won't like it or worried about transferring, don't let that be your first thought when going to university. Every single person on this planet has a different college experience. And with my regard to transferring from Alabama, like I've said in previous videos, it was straightly career focused. I just wasn't getting a good enough acting experience in Alabama, and that makes sense. New York City is definitely the place for me, and I think I'm going to thrive there. And to those of you that are going to the University of Alabama, don't let my experience affect you. A ton of my friends that you can follow on this platform love Alabama and love being a part of it. I know tons of Pi-Phis that love it. I know tons of non-sorority girls that love it. I know tons of other girls and other sororities that love it. Don't let my experience affect the way that you think. I hope this video helped a couple people that had a couple questions about the transfer process. Always remember to stay true and authentic to yourself, and I love you all.